with the camera things. Maybe a little higher up, a little better. I think that does. Oh, smoke's blowing right in our face. So, at this point, I'm just building a bed of coals. I'll cook on it later. I've already made tea. And one of those hiking pastas. And that's where we're at. Just spread those coals out. All right. Put lots of these on. And then I'm going to start chopping up vegetables. Not that we're in any real rush to start cooking. It gets dark early in the mountains is all. Now, there we go. Now we're going to wait for that to catch and heat up. I'm going to drink my tea, eat the pasta. Oh, the pasta's done. Maybe didn't put enough water in the hiking pasta. It's funny because usually I do the opposite. Nope. Didn't put enough water in the hiking pasta. Well, it's okay. So I'm in a place called Takahagi. Takahagi is northern Ibaraki Prefecture. So, for reference, for those of you that don't know Japan that well, Ibaraki is basically northeast of Tokyo. A bit of southern Ibaraki is bedroom communities for Tokyo. So, lots of people who they live in southern Ibaraki, but they work in Tokyo. You know, Dad gets on a train every morning, goes to Tokyo, comes back at night. Wife, kids at home, that type of deal. Now, northern Ibaraki, where I am, this is north of Mito, not as much. This is a much more rural area. Hitachi is a big employer. This is actually even north of there, though. So, you go north of Mito, you get to Hitachi. There's a park, there's Tokai. Most of Tokai works in like the nuclear industry. That was where the first experimental reactors were in Japan. Keep going north of there, you get to Tokai, which is here. Now, eastern Tokai is along the ocean. This is the western part. This is all mountains between here and Daigo. Daigo is is a popular tourism spot, particularly for waterfalls. But a lot of northern Ibaraki is quite mountainous. I'll call it the Outdoor Kingdom, that's its marketing name. Basically because lots of outdoor activities, camping, hiking. You know, canoeing in some of the lakes. Now, a lot of artificial lakes are in northern Ibaraki because they're dammed up, which produce hydroelectricity. Now, in Japan, not having a lot of natural resources, it does have quite a few big rivers, so there's your hydroelectricity. Important. Even not cooked super well. Those are pretty good. Let's balance that up a little bit. Yeah, my breath works better. there's still some scrap wood to burn. I didn't realize how much there was. So all we're doing now is kind of, I don't know, maybe from your guys' perspective, is the boring part. Building a bed of hot coals. You know, we should have brought marshmallows. There we go. I'm like the wolf, all huff and all puff. Don't worry, I won't blow your house in. This area is pretty nice, actually. It is a lot of hilly, mountainous stuff. There are rivers. You might be able to hear the river in the background here. I wasn't able to get a spot by the river this time. Last time I came here, I did. There we go. Now we're cooking. No, we're not cooking yet. Still gotta chop the vegetables and all that fun stuff. fire to go to a little more to the right. Stay on there, don't slip off. Using a big wet stick as a poker. Alright, finish feeding this the last of this pack charcoal. And I'll get to cutting some vegetables. Nice. You got fire. What else we got in here? I'll just dump that. Ooh. Almost. With a bag on fire. Okay, so we're going to let that get nice and hot. Burn down a little bit, get ready for cooking. In the meantime, I'm going to grab the vegetables and start chopping. There we go. So for today's menu, we got meat. We got sweet potato wrapped in foil. So the sweet potato is going to go on the coals once they burn down a little bit. We got eggplant and we got pepper. So we have a pretty good collection. I'm going to set this up to see the fire and the cutting. Probably not going to. Oh, no. You guys probably aren't that interested in cutting anyway, so that's not going to be the focus. Sweet potato, I'm going to leave that for now. Not getting this field knife, not getting the thinnest, finest cuts. Do you know what? I'm gonna do this over here. You guys don't want to see me cut vegetables. That's boring. You want to see fire. That's what we all love, right? Fire! I'm going to cut the vegetables as we wait for that to burn down a little bit. A nice bed of coal that we can cook on. Let's go. Not the most stable table ever. This cheap Dyson stuff works, but not the best. Oh, there's one onion. I only brought one onion, so that'll have to do. Just the pepper. This is a knife. It's just nothing special. I got it from a blacksmith. That there's a market once a month in the city I live in, and sometimes that blacksmith goes there with some knives and stuff for sale. So I kind of like buying from local blacksmiths when I can. Maybe it's just a hipster thing. Nice wide cuts of yellow pepper. Something like this. That's what we're going to do for the pepper. There we go. Just keep letting it burn down. Get that good bed of coals for cooking. It's pretty. The eggplant in this bowl. The eggplant I just want to do long. Like I said, these Daiso tables, they work, but they are not the best. No, I dropped it. Oh, where's my water? I'm just going to wash it off real quick. Close enough. A little dirt never hurt anybody. Famous last words. And plant number 2. Oh, yeah, they're starting to burn down. There, so here is what we're going to cook. I'll show you real quick. So we have eggplant, pepper, onions. This is sweet potato, and then we have meat on a stick. So we are going to have a bit of a feast out here today. I usually, to be totally honest, most of the time when I'm camping, I don't do this much with nice a meal, so this is kind of a fun thing. Nice, go hi. So I'm going to let it burn down for a little bit more. Potato on, some meat on. Spaces. Yeah, I have smoked chips. I forgot about that. Went all out. Well, for me. Put some spices. Should be good. We're gonna have to wait a little while longer though. One second, I see you in chat. Careful. Hi. So I'm getting ready to cook. So first off, I'm going to get this bed of coals here burnt down and hot so that it is ready to be cooked. As far as what I'm cooking, I have eggplant, onions, peppers, sweet potato, and pork. So we're getting close to cooking time. We're done with the big fire. We're just gonna let those coals burn down a little bit. Probably almost there. That way they are hot but not throwing flames. That's the idea. Plenty of heat. So let's get scab off. Okay. Morning, Terry. What's my name? I'm Dylan. Got according to one of my friends, I've got a hard to remember name. More than I have a hard to pronounce name. There. Let's start with some vegetables. Ooh. But still watch out for that. I'm gonna wish I brought my long chopsticks. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt or pepper to them later. No, just me. I usually end up camping alone. It was about a 11-ish kilometer walk in here for me today. Put the sweet potato on. So I'm ready to eat. Alright, I'm gonna prepare the meat. Spices. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt. I think I'll do a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic. Put some lemon, pepper. I'm sure that's what I have. Garlic. I think this is garlic. Yep. Just a touch of garlic. Didn't have much garlic in this. I have this, just carry spices in this. Very easy. Alright, I'm gonna put that. Forgot about that. I'm gonna put a windshield here. Help keep the heat going up. Keep everything going low. It's low. Put those together and stick a meat on there. Actually, I could even with the beat. I could just go really campfire style. That one a little faster by putting it on the sweet potato. It is a fatty meat, so I do have to worry a little bit about flare-ups. But there's the plan. Low and slow. So, how's everyone in chat doing? Since I don't have to pay as much attention to the cooking for a little bit. That is going to flare up, isn't it? Word, it would do that. Todd, I'm doing good. I'm just happy to be outside. I feel like I don't get out enough. Work is busy. My day job is a little bit of a, it's weird. I get lots of time, but it's also a little bit of a pain. It's one of those types of jobs. Flare up from the bat. It's all right. We got it. Meat on a spit. Just keep turning. See that fat dripping off the pork. Leave it there for a second. Cook those onions quickly. Done. That one's done. This one's done. Let's remove this. Just the tip needs a little more. Meat on a stick. This is the problem with cooking pork. It does flare up a lot. I don't have any gas, it's just coals. It's good. Yep. A little bit of lemon, salt, garlic. Perfect. Right, time. I gotta remember the long chopsticks. Put one so close was probably a bad idea, but whatever. The result is delicious. I use my chopstick backward. What am I doing? I should know better than to do that. There we go. Pork. Sort of a pain to cook. I also think because that pork's so fatty, it's kind of forgiving. All right, let's put the last of the eggplants on. Just salt, lemon powder, garlic powder. Excellent. What time is it here? It is almost 8:30. Bring this back up now. Pretty good piece of pig. Oh yeah, smoke there. And this is usually Usually when I go camping, I just have like one of those add hot water campers meals. This is way better. This is the way to do it. It's a nice fatty piece of pork. Yeah. Good meal. If I was like a rich and successful YouTuber, I'd be having beef, I guess. All the onions are perfect. Yeah, basically I'm already. And a little chili powder to the eggplant. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I had one earlier for kind of as a lunch. They're just, this is way better. Maybe pepper would have been the right choice of eggplant. No, pepper for the pepper. The onions are fine just as. Delicious. All right, let's move that potato a little. Don't do this at home, kids. Especially that part with the hands. Oh, one more meat stick. That eggplant, I think, is ready. A little garlic on eggplant. Yep, I do have more garlic left. I could use another minute. Nice thing about wooden sticks, just throw them in the fire. No, it's more spots nowhere to go there. This spot, Kotaki Mountain Stream Campground, is pretty popular, partially because it's free. Wrong sign unless I want to have a lot of smoke. That one's almost ready. Well, it's not quite good yet. Okay, I think this one is ready. So, yeah, this is a free campground. It's in Takahagi. So, because it's free, it's pretty popular on weekends. They close it down in November. So, in this area, the Hanuki Gorge area, is very, very famous in autumn for the leaves, the foliage. So, this campground gets closed down at that time just because there'd be too many people. But the other 11 months of the year, it's just a free campground you can go to, which is pretty nice. I like it. There's so if you head towards Takahagi from here, so that would be east, there's like this little village with one little restaurant. It's kind of cute, really nice. The restaurant's really good. It serves eel, delicious. If you head west, this is the first time I've ever been west, so this time I came. I'm like, oh, instead of going there, I'm gonna go west, see what I can find there. No, it's yellow pepper. Kind of does look like a banana though. I bet on screen. It's the yellow pepper. I wonder how a cooked banana would taste. I almost feel like it wouldn't be that good. But you never know with those types of things. Ah, this is much better. Yeah, me getting impatient and putting one too close to the flames was a bad idea. Eggplant done. I like feel that, oh, I'm gonna like this one way better. I'll be disappointed I didn't do the other ones this way. That one's done. This pepper's close. This eggplant's not close. This pepper's not close. Nope, nope. There's a lot more heat forward than back. Oh, this eggplant's done. Alright. And kind of a grazing meal. All right, thank you. See you another time, Todd. Oh no, for spices. Let's try salt on the eggplant. I haven't tried that yet. Oh, salt on there's pretty good. How's the potato looking? I feel like the potato must be done. It's not soft. I'll let the potato keep going. This is pretty good. Definitely do this again. I had to, when I got here, this was pretty dirty, so I had to clean it out quite a bit. A little bit of, what is that called in economics? Tragedy of the commons. Where it's free, so people don't take care of it, because it doesn't cost them anything. So we got eggplant, onion, peppers, and another stick of meat going. Oh, I point the light like that. You get what? Oh, it's just reflecting off. Oh, I couldn't find the big lantern. I don't know what happened to it. Because I feel like last time I went camping, I couldn't find it either before I left. Yep, onions ready. You know, getting some nice smoke in here. Bug. No, it's almost done. There we go. Nice onions. The wire frame is fine, I think. I probably can reuse it. Ooh, that onion could have used a little more cooking, still some spice to it. Meat's almost done. That pepper's done. This pepper's done. That pepper's close. I think that's close. A minute or two there should finish it off. This onions close too. Those peppers came out great. It's a yellow pepper. Put it over the coals. We got a sweet potato working on in there. Probably should be close. Yeah, it's starting to feel soft. Yeah. Stick of pork still cooking. The first pack of pork, the first thing of pork sticks I got too hot, so they started dripping too much fat into the fire, which caused more flames, which cooked everything a little too fast. Arguably burnt some things. The pork was fine. I kind of was paying more attention to that and making sure it stayed good though. Got some tea going too. Well, warming up the water just a little. It's kind of a nice break, I guess. I just realized I had another bag of I have another bag of charcoal. And this could be fine. I don't know if I want to start another fire in the morning. Just slice this one thinner. I think the meat is done. The heat is moved to the front. You distribute the coals very well for this. Alright. Meat on a stick. In this particular case, pork on a stick. I bet this one's going to end up better than the earlier ones. Ta-da. Yeah, a lot more fatty. Which makes sense because the previous ones got too hot and a lot of the fat fell into the fire, which increased the heat and kind of became a running thing, where this one cooked it much slower and lower, so all the fat stayed on the stick of meat. It's really fatty. Nah. It was almost better to burn some of that fat off. Oh well. So yep. Okay, that's gonna need to cool. But the sweet potato is done cooking. At least I think it is. Yep. Oh. Sweet potato, sweet potato, sweet potato, sweet potato, sweet potato, sweet potato. Yummy. It's gonna need a while to cool off. Yeah. You just see the coals if I do that. What are we thinking, chat? How are we doing? Are we happy? Our lives going well? Man, I use a lot less light than other people. Yeah, let me show you. So, oh, it doesn't show up on the camera. Well, there you go. That guy you can see his lights. You can see a little bit of the guy to the left, but he's obscured by the tree. Meanwhile, can't find my lantern. The other thing too is that I'm kind of one of those people that it gets dark, I cook, I go to sleep. I don't complicate things. So cool to just see the coals like that. You know, now I wish I brought marshmallows. You know what's even worse? I'm pretty sure I have marshmallows left over from last year, just sitting in my apartment. Let's see, tomorrow, what do we got tomorrow? Tea, granola, eggs, that MRE pasta type stuff. think it's spicy pasta. I could put a lot of water in the MRE, make it kind of watery, dump an egg in there. Do a second burn of egg drop soup. I don't have oil. Didn't think about that. Actually, make it even worse. I had tallow at home. And I was like, oh, just bring tallow, put that on the pan and cook. And well, obviously that's not happening because I didn't think to bring it. Let's less the onions. Let's less the peppers. I should slice these eggplants really thin. That's what I should have done. That one's close. That one's not close. Oh, that one's done. That guy's noisy. Alright. We'll wait for the sweet potato to cool. And the, oh yeah, how's the tea look? Yeah. Not warm at all. Pretty much have to use the stove for that. It's a very inefficient way of heating water. I guess it does look cool. The I don't need that anymore. What do I want to use? Pepper. Let's get a pepper. Never eaten that sweet potato for breakfast. All right, chat. I'm open for Q&A. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, how I'm doing, about the area. I'm in Takahagi at Kotaki Mountain Stream. Kotaki Mountain Stream Campground. It's in the description. So this is a free campground in Ibaraki, Japan. It's actually a pretty nice campground. It's popular, mostly because it's free. Well, actually, the location is nice. It's relaxing. It's you know, compared to some campgrounds in Japan, it does actually feel remote. There's one in Nikko by Daigo. This campground is by the Daigo River. Okay, no problem. The main road is not that far away. There's a few I went to along the Kinagawa that are the same. You know, it's a campground. Kinagawa's there, that's nice. There's open area, it's ground, and like, oh, there's a major road right there. Maybe not what you had in mind when you decided to go camping. I'm almost at the point where I'm like, I don't know if I need that. I've had enough food. Maybe I don't want the sweet potato thing. Maybe I'll keep it for tomorrow. That eggplant needed more cooking time. That one's the closest. Not even that close. Alright, tea time. Handle's heated up more than the tea. It's still holdable. We're not already got much heat at this point. Yeah, I'll show you. It was more than I thought, but that's kind of cool. My GoPro pick that up? I don't know if it's all GoPros. My GoPro does not do the dark very well. Actually, kind of does. We'll see later. Yeah, just the embers of the fire. All it means. We got a few pieces of eggplant left cooking. Food scraps in there. Yeah, bits of bits of this and that. So I used 600 grams of charcoal. I think next time, because I bought 300 gram bags, I think next time I should just get one 750 gram, just a little more. That should be cheaper. A little more for the same price. The first place I stopped only had 300 gram bags. And I needed something else, so I stopped somewhere else, and they had 750. I was like, ooh, I wish I knew 750 was an option. I would have gotten that. All right, fire's dying down. We've got sweet potato here, but I'm pretty stuffed, so I don't think I'm having a sweet potato tonight. I think I'm going to have that for breakfast. And we got a few pieces of eggplant left. What we got here? That piece didn't burn very well. Hmm. That. Yeah. Here, we'll put the screen back up. Alright, tomorrow. Eggs. I don't know, I want to do the eggs. I didn't bring oil. Or the, like I intended to. I didn't bring the, words. Beef tallow. I didn't bring either of those. Somebody could have actually. Oh, the guy from that kind of nice sandy spot. There's like two really, in my mind, at this campsite, there's two really, really nice spots that are, one's kind of overlooking the river, and then one is basically a beach split along the river, and it's pretty open. I imagine that one might disappear if the water's high. But those are the two like really nice spots at this campground. It's a free campground, no one can complain about. But it's two spots that are really nice, and I feel like you really gotta get here early on a weekend to get either of those two spots. I imagine that they are obviously the first two that are picked. Maybe even the people that usually have them. I wonder if there's people that came out here on Friday, live nearby. Because why not? You might as well. Well, this spot has a nicer fire pit, I think. Not that that really makes or breaks a campsite. Well, stirring that around pretty smart. Got the heat back up. Probably also breaking these up. So that's our situation. Yeah, see, that's heat brought the heat back up because now you actually see more live coals. Or embers. What would be the correct English word? Okay, I'm going to need those pots and pans tomorrow. Tea, I'm not going to need this. I didn't use it. Totally forgot I had smoking chips. Use these some other time, I guess. Tomorrow, so I'll have another one of those type things. You know, you just add hot water, and you make whatever it is you make. I like the rice ones; those are good. Probably biased living in Japan about that. I still got 70% battery. Good. Okay. In here, pots and pans in there, spices, tea. Tea's actually warm. Actually, make sure the tea is sealed up. Trash here, trash here. Should I worry about animals? Probably not. Let's take a little look-see. That one's almost done. This one's almost done. The heat gone back up, that's good. Stirring the embers did the trick. Oh, I'm pretty darn full though. This has all of this stuff. If the weather turns against me, I'm going to be in a scramble because I'm going to leave a lot of my stuff out. I don't think we need to control the heat as much anymore. Not sure how much the screen actually helps with keeping the heat going up. I think it did earlier. Eggplant. Yummy. So just finishing up the eggplants. The potato I'm going to eat tomorrow for breakfast. The sweet potato. Kind of winding, slowing down. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, water. The eggplant wants a higher temperature. So, hindsight. Do the eggplant early. Actually, cut it into thinner strips. That was part of my problem too. Marshmallows would be perfect right now. If I'm not careful, I'm going to fall asleep right here. That type of trash in here. And put the pots and pans I'm just going to leave out because I'll be using them for breakfast tomorrow. Full, so I'm not going to eat the sweet potato now. Sweet potato is going to be breakfast. So yeah, I'm going to clean up camp and get ready for bed. So everyone who watched or is watching the replay, thank you for coming. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in our next adventure.